Welcome to the Happy Polyglot Activist. Learn languages, make a difference. My name is Dr. Carlos Yebra López, and today I want to talk to you about the golden rule for writing efficiency. If you are writing a PhD thesis or a research book or a protracted essay for a college course, this video is exactly what you need. Over the last few years, since I graduated from my PhD in May 2020, until right now, which is summer 2025, I've been able to publish 3 research books, 1 edited book, 5 peer-reviewed journal articles, and 3 book chapters. And this is without taking into account 2 more book chapters which have been approved for publication and are now forthcoming. Because of this track record, I've been fortunate enough to receive a number of research awards, for which I'm very grateful. So how did I do this? By sticking to just one simple rule, which is the 2-hour rule. Now, the 2-hour rule took my writing to the next level and is based on the Pomodoro technique, which you might be familiar with. As you can see on the screen, the Pomodoro technique is premised on 2 aspects, which are volume and consistency. It's about devoting your undivided attention, full focus, for a number of minutes, normally up to an hour, and then resting a little bit, and then going back to it and devoted your undivided attention for a period between 25 minutes and an hour. And this works every time. In an era where everybody is distracted, chasing dopamine, with a short attention span, this is exactly what you need. And how does it work in my particular case? I discovered the 2-hour rule by chance, by trial and error, as I was writing my PhD thesis, and it works exactly like this. Say, for instance, it's 5 p.m. You're going to write for an hour with your undivided attention and focus. I don't want to see anything on the table other than your computer and perhaps a bottle of water or coffee. That's it. You shouldn't have any phone on your table. I don't care if it's face up or face down. The phone should be away and far so that you cannot reach it. And you're going to write like your life depends on it. You're going to write as much as you can. Don't worry about perfection. Don't worry about getting things 100% right. You just write what comes to your mind, which helps you develop what you're writing, the essay, the chapter, the thesis, etc. Just write, go all out for 1 hour. Then you pause for 10 minutes. During this pause, I encourage you to get up and move, disconnect completely from what you were writing about, listen to lighthearted music, do inane tasks, anything that takes your attention away from the intense process of writing and helps you recharge your battery. Drink a little bit of water, move a little bit around the house or the office, and then come back. When you come back, you're going to do the same, but only 50 minutes. So when you put together the first hour and the 10-minute break and the 50 minutes, that makes 2 hours. So you only need to be writing for 1 hour and 50 minutes out of these 2 hours. And that's it. And this is exactly what you need for a number of reasons. First, it gives you clarity. You know how much you're working and you know the direction towards which you are progressing. You know that if you keep that pace every day, you're going to get a lot of writing done. You're going to meet your writing goals. It doesn't matter whether it is a PhD thesis or a research book or an article, etc. So that gives you peace of mind for the entire day, because you know that as long as you meet these 2 hours, that's all that matters. The writing is going to get done. It's also fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take these tasks too seriously. Don't think, oh my God, I need to write the perfect thing today. Just think, as long as I stick to this plan, I'm going to get high quality writing done. And just take it as something fun. Okay, I'm just going to do 1 hour, everything I can. Let's see what happens. And then I'm going to rest a little bit, do the same for 50 minutes and stop and forget about my writing for the rest of the day. And finally, it allows you for a balanced lifestyle. You can take care of your health, you can eat properly, you can wake up early or late, you can hit the gym, you can socialize, you can do literally everything you want and still get the job done. So that's why I believe it's extremely efficient when it comes to your writing. And now for the last few minutes, I would like to address a number of questions that I've been posed whenever I have presented this method. Now, the first one is about frequency. How frequently do you need to write for 2 hours? And the answer is every day. Every day? Do I need to write that much? I don't know if I'm going to feel okay tomorrow. Maybe next week I'll be on the Bahamas. I said every day. I don't care if it's your day off. I don't care if you are on holidays. You need to stick to it every day. Can you do that? Yes or no? If you have a writing technique which is more efficient, that has allowed you to publish more frequently at better journals and publishing houses than me, then I will listen to you. I will drop my technique and adopt yours. If, however, this is not the case, you haven't published more or better research books, more or better journal articles, more or better book chapters, then you should listen to me. Second question, can you do split sessions? Can you do, for instance, an hour in the morning and the other 50 minutes in the evening? Yes, you can, but there's a price to pay. You shouldn't, especially if you're writing a research piece, if you're writing a research book or an article, etc. If you're writing a textbook, you can get away with that because you don't need as much sustained attention and effort. You can compartmentalize your time like that. But if you're writing a research piece, I strongly suggest you do 1 hour, 10-minute break, and 50 minutes, one after the other. Why? Because in order for you to write research, you need to get into the zone in that state where you're almost writing by inertia. And that's going to take 10 to 15 minutes to begin with. So if you split the sessions and you do one in the morning and one in the evening, it's going to take you those 15 minutes twice, in your hour in the morning and in your hour in the evening. So you're going to be less productive because in total, it will have taken you 30 minutes to concentrate and be in that position where you're just writing effortlessly and by inertia. However, if you do the hour, 10 minutes, and then 50 minutes, you're already in that train of thought where you don't need to refocus as much after the 10-minute break because those ideas from the first hour are still fresh in your mind. So can you split? Yes. Should you? Probably not. Definitely not if you're writing a research book. Speaking of which, pro tip, when you have finished your block of 2 hours, on the top of your document, write in red font as opposed to the regular black font that you use in the rest of the document. Write in red what the next steps are going to be. For instance, if you finished a part of your article that was about Istanbul and the next one is about Saloniki, then just write in red Saloniki. That way you don't have to scroll through the entire document and think, where was I? Oh yeah, now I don't know if I need to write this next or should I go to this footnote? And that takes a lot of time. So if you can save that time, then you will be in a much stronger position to resume your work the day after. Can I use AI? I don't know. If you work at the world's most prestigious bank, can you use a calculator or should you count with your fingers? Which one is going to get you the most work done? Exactly. You should use AI, definitely. However, this doesn't mean that everything goes. You should use AI as a means to an end rather than an end on itself. What does that mean? I'll make a separate video to explain that, and that will be the second part of this writing efficiency series. But the short answer is yes, you should absolutely use AI. Another question people ask me often is, well, Carlos, is this just restricted to writing? Because, in order to write, especially a research piece, you need to read a lot. So if I need to read a chapter from another author and then I'm going to write something based on what I just read, does that count towards the 2 hours? And no, it doesn't, my friend. I said 2 hours of writing, just writing. That's it. If you need reading, that's on top of it. So maybe one day you'll do 2 hours of reading in the morning and then 2 hours of writing in the evening. That's fine. That's what you need. 2 hours of writing only. No excuses. Writing only. And that's it from me. I hope this technique revolutionizes your writing, that it allows you to write more often and more productively. And if you have any questions, please feel free to book a paid consultation by clicking on the link in the description. As always, appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.